When did you realize your teacher clearly had a favorite student? It was my sophomore year English class with Mrs. Collins. From day one, it was obvious that Ashley was her golden child. Ashley sat in the front row, always had the right answer, and got away with stuff that would get the rest of us detention. Ashley could walk in 5 minutes late with a coffee, and Mrs. Collins would just smile and say, "Good morning, dear." When I was 30 seconds late for my locker being jammed, I got a lecture about respect and responsibility. Ashley's essays always came back with glowing comments written in purple ink. "Brilliant insight, Ashley. Such mature thinking. College-level work." Meanwhile, my essays got basic check marks and generic comments like "good effort" or "see me after class." The worst part was group projects. Mrs. Collins would always make sure Ashley was in the smart group with other high-achieving kids. The rest of us got stuck with whoever was left over. During class discussions, Ashley could interrupt other students mid-sentence and Mrs. Collins would nod encouragingly. If anyone else tried that, we'd get the death stare and a reminder about classroom etiquette. I started keeping track. Ashley got called on 12 times during a typical class period. The rest of us maybe got called on once or twice. When Ashley gave wrong answers, which was rare, Mrs. Collins would gently guide her to the right response. When I gave wrong answers, I got a flat "no, that's incorrect," and she'd move on to someone else. The breaking point came during our final presentations. We had to present a 15-minute analysis of a Shakespeare play. I'd worked for weeks on Macbeth, researching symbolism, historical context, everything. Ashley chose Romeo and Juliet. Basic choice, but whatever. The day of presentations, I went first. I had note cards, visual aids, quotes highlighted in my book. I thought it went pretty well. Mrs. Collins gave polite feedback. "Nice job, decent research." Then she said Ashley's presentation would be after lunch because it was too important to rush. After lunch, Ashley got up with no note cards, no visual aids, just her phone. She started reading what was obviously a summary she'd found online, word for word. I recognized it because I'd seen the same website while doing my research. She stumbled through basic plot points, mispronounced character names, and gave analysis that made no sense. Romeo represents, love and stuff, and Juliet represents, like, how girls can't make their own choices back then. Mrs. Collins was beaming, nodding enthusiastically, taking actual notes while Ashley plagiarized her way through 15 minutes of nonsense. When Ashley finished, Mrs. Collins stood up and started clapping. "Absolutely brilliant. Such original thinking. This is exactly the kind of critical analysis I hope to see from all of you." I was furious. I raised my hand. "Mrs. Collins, I think Ashley might have used some outside sources that she didn't cite properly." Ashley's face went white. Mrs. Collins looked annoyed. "Rebecca, I don't appreciate accusations. Ashley clearly put tremendous effort into this presentation." That night, I printed out the entire article Ashley had stolen from, highlighted the exact sentences she'd used, brought it to class the next day. "Mrs. Collins, I found where Ashley's presentation came from. She copied this entire article without crediting it." I handed her the papers. Mrs. Collins barely glanced at them. "Rebecca, this looks like similar research. Great minds think alike. I'm sure Ashley came to these conclusions independently." I couldn't believe it. Ashley was sitting right there, not even trying to deny it, just smirking like she knew she was untouchable. That's when I realized it wasn't about grades or participation. Mrs. Collins saw something in Ashley that reminded her of herself. Ashley's mom was president of the PTA, her dad donated equipment to the drama department. But here's what Mrs. Collins didn't know. I'd started recording our class discussions on my phone, just to review notes later. I had weeks of audio proving how differently she treated students. I sent everything to my mom, the plagiarized presentation, the recordings, examples of the biased grading. My mom forwarded it all to the principal. 2 weeks later, there was a meeting with Mrs. Collins, the principal, and both our parents. Ashley had to redo her presentation with proper citations. Mrs. Collins had to write formal letters of apology to 3 other students whose parents had complained about similar treatment. The best part? Ashley's new presentation was actually pretty good when she did her own work. Turns out she was smart enough to succeed without cheating. She just never had to try before. Mrs. Collins never openly favored anyone after that. She treated all of us equally, which somehow made her a way better teacher. Ashley and I even became friends later. She admitted she knew the favoritism was happening, but was too scared to give it up because she thought she'd fail without it. Sometimes the teacher's pet needs to be set free just as much as everyone else.